Are you looking for ways to get your phone to ring or your email inbox to fill up with opportunities to serve court documents as a process server? If so, this video is for you. My name is Michelle. Many of you know me from my notary channel, but in this video, I'll be sharing with you several ways for you to locate process server work. I hope you will stick around and learn about these legitimate opportunities. The two most common ways for you to get work is one, for you to be self-employed, working as your own business. And the second way is for you to work as an employee or subcontractor for another company. I chose the self-employment route. I first became a process server in 2008, and I came close many times to working as an employee process server. But each time I started investigating the advantages and disadvantages of that business model, I chose to remain independent, which meant I would have to go out and find work on my own. Under the other method, which is working as an employee, what you'll need to do is identify companies that hire process servers and then go ahead and apply the same way you would any type of job, whether it's fast food, whether it's call center, working at a hospital. Fill out an application, go through an interview, do the onboarding, and then they would already have work to assign to you. In this case, court papers, and they would help with your training and onboarding and send you on your way. And so what I do want to look at in this video, show you opportunities that exist for independent, self-employed business owners to find work, and then identify for you several companies that hire process servers. And for me to do that, I am going to need to share my screen. Like any business, there are different ways for you to find customers or to find work. The first method that I want to talk with you about is where you will be working under or for another person or a company. In these instances, typically you could be paid per paper. They'll say for every paper, which is every court document, you'll be paid a flat fee. Sometimes they'll offer to pay you mileage. Some process servers under this business model might even be paid an hourly rate and receive a W-2 as an employee. And other times it might be a 1099 as a subcontractor. So you'll see a little bit of both. Working indirectly often means you get lower fees, but higher volume. It's not unusual for some process servers to have as many as 30 to 50 or more papers to serve each day. But in order to secure that type of work, their fee per paper or hourly rate is going to be lower than another business model. Okay? So let's go ahead. I wanted to share some links that you can check out, go to their websites, and contact them about work. I'm going to, I think, work my way backwards. By the way, I have never worked for any of these companies, at least not to my knowledge. I don't recall ever being employed by these companies. So I'm not able to rate them or really comment on how much work you can get from them, um, how they treat their employees or subcontractors, whether their rates are fair or unfair. I don't know. You're going to have to do that research. But I just wanted to give you a starting point. And so in this scenario, you're going to take the approach that you would if you were looking for employment in any other industry, food industry, hospitals. You're going to go to their websites and see what their process is to get an interview and have them review your application. Let's start, excuse me, let's start off with ABC Legal. It may take a while for this to load. I'm going to give it just a second. All right. Hopefully you're seeing it now on your screen. But if you wanted to contact ABC Legal and ask them what their process is for working with them or for them, you would come here, be a process server, click on that drop down arrow, serve with ABC Legal, process server resources, and go that route. Okay? Another company for you to consider is Easy Messenger. Click that link, it brings you here, home, services, about, company, careers. I'm going to click on that. This is for prospective process servers, prospective employees. Okay, so you just click on, if I were you, I'd click on both of these and consider what they offer. While I'm thinking about it, I also want to encourage you to, if you are on Facebook, to consider joining Facebook groups for process servers. That's another good way to hear about other process server experiences with these companies. And it's possible these companies and other companies may post their job opportunities in the Facebook groups. Let's take a look at ProofServe. All right, serve documents nationwide in 24 hours. And here's a link near the top for process servers. I would click that, apply to join. So this almost looks like an app for your phone or desktop where jobs pop up, similar to SnapDocs. What's that other one? Signing order for notaries and notary signing agents. So you may want to consider that. I'm not going to click the link for legal papers because I know that this will take us to a YouTube video. But the YouTube video is informative, so I encourage you to watch it. But then just go over to Google or whatever you Bing and go to legalpapers.net, and they have the same setup where you click a link for process servers. Okay, so I just gave you 4 companies. I believe they're all companies that advertise jobs or opportunities for process servers. Now let's take a look at what I use in order to get work here in Alabama as a process server. And I call it the more direct route. Because there are many times when an individual or a business who is going through court proceedings will come directly to me and ask me to serve someone in my community. So that's why I call it direct. So I am working for someone who is personally involved in litigation. There are plenty of times that I also get work from law firms and financial service companies and private investigators. So I know it's a little bit like third party or indirect, so it kind of bleeds over a little bit. When I say regulated by state, I'm just recognizing when you post a video on YouTube, there's no telling who's going to watch it. So again, I just want to stress that you may need to take a different approach to finding job opportunities or work. All right. But in Alabama, we get to determine as private or civil process servers where to find work. Okay. We are not employed by the state of Alabama. All right. I'm not going to notice I don't have a link for this because to me it should be self-explanatory. What I'm speaking to here is you should create your business listing on Google. I get a ton of work that way because there are still many folks who go on Google, Yahoo, Bing, and they type, I need a process server in this state, this county, this city. And if you're listed as a business on these search engines, your phone will ring. What I should have on the screen, but I don't, is that for years I had a website dedicated to my process server business. All right. Especially when I was doing it full time. I brought that website down because it kept my phone ringing and I don't serve papers full time anymore. And I knew it was frustrating for the customer for me to have to say, I'm closed 9 to 5, but I'll get back to you in the evening or on the weekend. So I brought down that website. But again, if you're thinking about your own process server business, and right now you're in the stage of drumming up business, and you want to be independent, I suggest the website and Google Business Listing with one caveat. I highly, strongly, personally, and professionally recommend NAPS. And I'm not talking about my NAPS. I'm talking about the National Association of Professional Process Servers. This is a membership organization for process servers to join. And by joining, your contact information, your name gets listed on their website. And vendors, customers, anyone who needs paper served, come here, type in a zip code, click search, and a list of process servers pops up. I recommend NAPS. You do pay an annual fee, but I get a large volume of work by being listed in this directory. I will say this, they have an emphasis on professionalism. In fact, in order to become a member, you must apply. They will vet you. You must have been a process server for a certain amount of time before you can join. And so if you are serious about this business, I encourage you to hurry up and get active so that you can satisfy. I don't recall. Yeah, it's not right on. You have to go to the application, the membership application. You can do paper or online. Will tell you if it's 12 months or 24 months or longer before you qualify to be a member. But again, and by the way, I do not get paid. I am not an affiliate. This is not a commercial. This is me giving you my honest opinion um, about NAPS. They do excellent, excellent work. You will get your money's worth without any doubt whatsoever. So there you have it. I just gave you 5, 6, maybe 7 leads, legitimate leads and opportunities for you to find work as a process server. If you found this informational helpful, if this is the first time you heard about these companies that hire process server and ways for you to advertise your process server business, let me know in the comments below. And if you have questions about being a process server, post them as well. The first weekend in August 2025, I hosted a informational Zoom webinar called So You Want to Be a Process Server. I forgot to advertise it on this channel. I won't make that mistake again. And so if this is something that you were somewhat interested in and you would like to learn more about it, whether you're in Alabama, Washington, Nevada, New York, I hope you will attend. Thank you for listening and make it a great day.